that. I'm not gonna do it.
All right, and we are live. Sorry for the wait, guys. Had to get little ones put down.
I ran a little.
Again, you might want to reword that.
Had to put my little ones in bed.
You've been real good for these few years. I'm gonna have to put you down.
Time to go out to pasture, old Bessie.
That is the most Texas thing in the world right there. Oh. And this is what we do. We decided the other night we were going to go live and just do a test run that was fairly going to be, just like a 20, 30-minute thing. 4 hours and 48 minutes later, we were still live.
Yeah, a 4-hour test run.
That's not bad.
What's going on, Heidi?
She's shrugging her shoulders. She's wondering why we weren't on sooner.
That's right. She's going to be up at my house this weekend, so.
Okay, cool. Oh, we just lost.
We lost.
Snaky Peeps. Oh, there he is.
There we go.
Hey, back.
Oh, a bit of a spouse fit.
Oh. It ain't late.
We're not late.
8:04.
It's 8:04 right now. We were on 2 minutes ago.
It's 2:00 in the morning here.
Oh, good Lord.
Oh, well, damn, my bad.
How'd your auction go?
But I've been awake for about 48 hours now. So.
How'd your auction go?
I've not done it yet.
Not done it yet?
Quite literally, I've not finished that drawing. I'm still not happy with it yet. So,
dude, it looked pretty good.
Yeah,
once I'm happy with it, then
what's going on, Amanda?
Once I'm happy with it, that's when I'll post it up for raffle, and all the proceeds will go to USARK.
That is awesome.
Yeah, dude, it's looking pretty sick.
It just needs more than just the snake there. I need to come up with something for the background and stuff like that, really. And
I might have to commission you for a little something. I've been tattooing for 16, 17 years.
I used to be a tattooist.
But I don't like putting my own artwork on myself. This is my canvas to express other people's stuff.
Yeah.
And my artwork goes on hundreds, if not thousands of other people. So I mean, I'm trying to find somebody to draw me a badass ball python tattoo. So
I think
I might have to hit you up about that down the road. I think my next one's actually going to be our logo.
I make logos and stuff for people as well.
That is awesome.
So I mean, I've made a few logos for people over in the States. I've made a few logos for people over here. It's just a little side hobby for me, really.
Yeah, we're getting our logo worked on right now. Actually, I've got one of my cousins working on it.
Oh yeah.
My first logo was one that I had done by a family member, and it was good considering she did it on a phone.
Yeah,
and I kept it for the first couple of months that I was on here until it hit 2021, and then I was like, time for a revamp.
Yeah, it's like we've got the one that everybody knows, that everybody sees. The king snake, the snake with the crown sitting on it.
Yeah.
And now we've got one that just released with the release of the clothing. Which, by the way, I gotta show you all this. This came in the mail yesterday.
That's looking pretty badass.
Dude, that's sick.
That's the new logo. Says the actual logo. Keep forgetting everything's opposite on camera. This is the all over print, so like the top of the logo is actually over on the sleeve, but it just says RBD in Old English with the crown sitting on top of it. So
That's pretty damn cool, though.
and if this is any indication as to the quality of product that this company does, I will never go anywhere else for making any kind of apparel.
I've still not had any merchandise made other than my stickers.
Well,
Like,
what's nice
want to
about
get
this
t-shirts
is
made, but I want to get one made for myself first, and then
check out spring.com.
Spring.com or Teespring.
It's now just Spring.
Now just Spring.
Yep. That's where we get all ours done. Like this is actually the it's in the material, like it's not screen printed on there.
Yeah, I did try setting up a Teespring, but I couldn't get to grips with it. Every time it wanted me to like put in a PNG format, and my laptop just will not let me save anything to a PNG, so it just well and truly annoyed the living hell out of me until I was like, you know what, I give up.
Well, see, that's the whole reason I chose to go with it.
It just well and truly
annoyed the living hell out of me. Back.
Like, you know what, I give up.
Well, see, that's somebody's feeding back, but no, the whole reason we went with it is because it doesn't cost us anything to do the shirts at all.
What's going on,
Ron? Us to buy them.
You get all the profit, don't you? That's all you see is just the profit that hit your account.
Yeah, and like we're and you can go on as the store owner and order samples, that's what this is. This is one of the samples. And I mean, we've got
you have to hit a certain amount, though, don't you? You have to hit your own. You have to give yourself like an estimate of how many you reckon you're going to sell, and if you don't sell those, then
no. I ordered one of these, a hoodie. I ordered a pair of leggings for my mom's. I mean, but you know, it just kind of anytime you do. Their thing now is you have to wait for print days. Certain items only print on certain days.
Yeah.
So
they become real sensitive with all of their time use and stuff like that. And
yeah,
I mean, there's a shit ton of back order right now on everything.
I was blown away. I ordered these middle of last week, and I was absolutely shocked to find it in my mailbox yesterday.
Expected it to be 2 or 3 weeks.
Yeah, they said April 25th at the earliest. And then all of a sudden it's in my mailbox. I'm like, okay, I'll take it.
Let's go ahead and get into first topic here.
Yes, absolutely.
Kind of the history, what made us decide to go the route that we did with our selection of animals, why we wanted to breed, why we wanted to rescue reptile in general. RBD, if you want to start us off, you can.
Okay. Well, kept on and off over the last 8 or so years. Started keeping full time in early 2019. And it literally was one of those. I brought home a snake to the wife, and it was like, oh, look, it's a cute baby ball python. And now I keep in mind, I haven't gotten any new snakes other than my boa in months.
Yeah.
And we went up from 1 snake to 30 real quick. And we ended up starting to do the rescue thing as kind of just an extra added thing for our commercial exotic license.
Yeah.
Basically just to kind of show that, hey, this is why we have this license. And it worked out for the best, honestly, because we have gotten so many amazing animals in on the rescue side. I mean, we've had everything from reptiles, amphibians, cats, dogs. it definitely makes it worthwhile. And I mean, and you know, the thing for us is you have this animal that comes in, and 9 times out of 10 they're sick, they're infested with mites, they're malnourished, they're stuck in shed. Something is wrong with that animal, and it gives you the opportunity to do the right thing.
Yep.
Help the animal.
100%.
I had a young lady, actually, James and I spoke about all this on one of our group chats. I had a young lady come to me the other day with a very sick snake. And that snake, I meant to tell you about this too. That snake it's I won't say it's really very sick. It is extremely malnourished, extremely dehydrated, and extremely stuck in shed. She has had this snake for a year in May. It is shed one time. And they have to assist feed it. It weighs 121 grams.
Well, I mean, if it's not growing, if it's not putting on weight, it won't shed.
No. And if you look in the picture that I sent out to the group chat, once I actually had hands on the snake and was actually able to look at it, that is actually, how they'll start getting that real rosy, it's almost like a blood blister when they're stuck in shed, right along the line of the belly. It wasn't scale rot. It's a very, very badly stuck shed. And she was telling me that, the animal doesn't react to heat. Like it won't heat track on a rat. She runs into stuff constantly. It's like she probably got months and months, shed after shed of eye caps stuck on her eyes. I mean, that animal has not shed since November, and before then it hadn't shed since May. So
what was the outcome on that animal? How's it doing as far as
it is doing better. She is soaking, doing a betadine soak right now 1 to 2 times a day for 30 to 45 minutes at a time. And she is starting to see pieces of the shed start to break away and come off.
We're finally starting to pull loose.
Yep. And I told her, it's like, once that shed starts coming off, I would almost put it to a bet that the animal will start eating.
Yeah, once it starts feeling better, it gets hydrated, it gets its nourishment.
Yeah, she
should take off.
Like the best way I could think to describe it to her, because they're not snake people, they're not like us. They don't do the research, do the reading. Yeah. Everything she had learned from a big box pet store. And we had a nice discussion on the last live about big box pet stores.
Yeah.
But and I flat out told her, I'm like, do not go to them for advice. You have my phone number.
At all.
You have my Instagram, you have my Facebook. Get a hold of me. If I don't answer on any one of those messaging services, call me.
Yep, for sure.
And but they're not animal people, so the best way I could explain it to her was think of trying to sit down and eat a meal in clothes that are 4 sizes too small.
Yeah, I mean, it sucks. There's a lot of restriction that comes from not cutting the skin. So
they're not comfortable. But anyways, back to the original topic. Sorry, I got a little offhand there. But no, it's just we decided to do the rescue. Was it spring of 20 is when we started moving towards the rescue thing. We had rescued a couple animals previous to that. But it made sense for us because the love for the animals and everything like that, and I don't think I take that back. I've had 2 animals that we've rescued that we've also rehomed. Every other one is still here.
We've got several that are still here.
This is one of those you put so much work and so much heart, so much love into to getting that animal back up
It's
to where
hard to
it
let
needs
it
to
go
be.
afterwards.
Yeah, afterwards it's just one of those I can't let it go. I mean, there's one I don't even know what her genetics are, and it's one of those. Well, I guess all I can do is breed her to a normal and see what I get.
Yep.
So, because she's
Always
definitely
gotta
not a
prove 'em out.
single gene. So, but I will pass it off to one of you guys now.
All right, Snake Peeps, if you'd like to go ahead and go, or I can go, it don't matter to me.
Well, we started out. We've had reptiles before in the past, only ever small scale, like just the odd one as a pet. Animals, though, for me, growing up as a child was very much a big thing for me. I was one of those kids who grew up, didn't really have many friends, so animals were my friends. And it was only like since beginning of 2020, my missus bought me a hognose snake for my birthday.
Oh, I love hogs.
And she turned around and she was like, right, we'll get you this hognose. When we went and had a look at this hognose, they had another hognose there. And these hognoses were kept in degrees like well below than what they should have been. It was 20 degrees on the thermometer at the back. Yeah.
Ooh.
And they had no hot or cool end. They were literally plonked in a tub inside a vivarium, no way to cool themselves down. And it was a case of, right, we're taking both of these. So
Yeah.
once we did that, and they were literally tiny enough to fit around my thumb. They weighed 7 grams. Once we got them back and we managed to get them on food, got them into a routine and everything, it was very much one of those of, this is what I want to do. I want to look after animals. I want to help them. And we decided to set up a page as Rescue and Rehabilitation. We've rescued probably up to now about 15 animals. And we've had a few die on us, which were snakes that had RI. And that was just purely because it was too late when they got to us. It was too far gone. We still took them to the vets. We paid £700 in vet bills, 2 courses of antibiotics. That went on for over 9 weeks. And that was 4 snakes that I rescued. So 2 of those, that was 4 as a collective from the same person. 2 of those passed away. I mean, one of them, he had pus in the roof of his mouth, blood coming out of his saliva, and he had several layers of stuck shed. We tried our best with him, and we were always dreading that one day we're going to open the tub and we're going to find him dead. And I was on a video call to one of my friends over in the States, and we said, oh yeah, we'll show you this snake. So I opened the tub to show her, and it was that dreaded moment. He had passed away, and then not long after that, another one passed away. And we've realised we can't rescue every animal, so we want to, the best way we can, educate people with the knowledge that we have. If we can't educate, or we don't have that knowledge, we'll try and find that knowledge out through the contacts we've got to try and help people as best as we can. So it's not another animal we're having to rescue. We're limited space in a small house.
Yeah.
So if we can educate, then it's less animals we're having to take in. Don't get me wrong, you know what I mean? If I had my way, I'd probably put my kids in rub tubs and have more animals here. But it was very much I wanted to be rescue it. It brings me in a peace. It brings me in a peace to, especially when you've actually managed to get them back to health, and it's that I did that. You know what I mean? And I've helped that animal. So
are we having a spot of tea again there, James?
My Texas tea.
Your Texas tea?
Cup of
that
tea.
we can't talk about on YouTube.
Oh, specialty. But yeah, it's one of those. We try to educate the best we can. We've had several people around our local area that, have rang us up and turned around and said, like, I've been on Facebook groups. I've tried asking for advice and I've literally been annihilated by some snobby person who's just made me feel this big, you know what I mean? And like I'm stupid. And everybody has a starting point.
That is
Facebook
exactly
is the
why
devil.
Royal by Designs, or Zach over there at RBD, and me and several others, we just formed the Texas Breeders Coalition for our area so that we can actually assist new people in coming up and making sure that they succeed in their future of breeding. Where a lot of your bigger guys back when we started were just jackasses and didn't want to give us the time of day on what we were doing.
But
Yeah, I
it's one
can't
of
count
those
how
that
many.
we've had several people that have asked us, can you come and help us? So we've literally drove out, me and my partner, and we've driven out to their houses and gone like, right, well, you need this, you need this, you need this. Luckily, they've got like Amazon Prime, so they can get, whatever they need ordered for next day delivery.
Yeah.
And if it's going to take any longer, I mean, I've already got 2 snakes sat here now, which belong to one of my friends, and their thermostat's just broken. So I said to him, I said, right, you're going to need to get another thermostat. They did have a leopard gecko underneath, in a vivarium underneath the vivarium that the ball pythons were in. And at the time, the CHE was working there, so it still had some temperature, heating up there. So it still had some warmth. Then the next thing went, which was the CHE. So we've gone over, we've replaced the CHE, and they turned around and said, it's going to be about another week since we can get another thermostat. Can you take these snakes in? So we've gone over, we brought them over, done all our checks on them, we've put them away, and they're here for about another week, another 2 weeks, until their new thermostat arrives.
That's the wife, by the way.
We just want to help people and educate. We've gone over and people have advised people on Facebook, you know what I mean, and gone, oh yeah, well you need this, this, and this, and they posted up a picture of their vivarium, right? Oh, my snake's not eating, or my humidity's not right. And the one thing that stuck out like a sore thumb on this picture, and nobody picked up on it. Everyone was going on about the temperatures and everything else, but nobody picked up that these ball pythons were on aspen. You know what I mean? They weren't on the right substrate, so we were like, listen, we've got spare blocks of like cocoa husk. We'll come down. We'll sort out all your stuff out. And we've literally ripped the vivarium apart and put it all back together as it should be. You know what I mean? And we don't charge for anything like that. We quite literally just go down as we are friendly, helpful people to advise, and that you can always turn to if you've got a problem. Even, I mean, we've got some breeding plans ourselves with some of our snakes, and that's always going to be the case of, we're not going to turn away a first-time snake owner, because that's just wrong.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It just what gets at me is the first time snake owners that are,
until you feel you can do this on your own or on your own 2 feet sort of thing. But if you do have any problems, we're never going to turn our back on you. You're like, thank you for the money. We don't need to speak to you anymore. No, these are our animals. We've spent our time creating them. We're always going to be there to help, no matter what the issue is. Doesn't matter if it's big, small. You know what I mean? We're there to help.
Absolutely. And first time snake buyers, that's, you think about it, the guys like James and I that are not the the Brian Barcheks, the Billies and those that are selling dozens and dozens of animals a year to other breeders and stuff like that. All of the snakes I sold this last season were to first time snake owners. And
so we've all got a starting point.
Yeah, I mean, everybody deserves a shot. I mean, and Like I had one that he contacted me and he asked me if I'd be willing to take the snake back, and I asked him why. What was it was the snake sick? You know, what was the problem? And he was honest and upfront. He couldn't get it to eat. Well, I feed everything of mine live. Right out the egg, they start eating live. After they have their first shed and all that. But we feed live. And he was trying to feed a snake that had never even seen a frozen thawed animal. And couldn't understand why it wouldn't eat. So I'm like, can you get live local to where you are? And he's like, yes. I'm like, for one, I guarantee it's going to be substantially cheaper.
Sometimes it's a bit of a patience thing as well. I've had some snakes where the person who I got them from was just sadistic and just enjoyed live feeding. These snakes would eat frozen thawed, but he was just chucking them in for the sake of he liked watching something die. It wasn't about, that it was for the snake's best interest. He just enjoyed watching something die. So I've managed to get them out of being on live feed by literally frozen thawed rat. I've got a pet rat myself, right? He is called Emil for a reason.
I got chickens. I'm sure you can hear them peeping away over here next to me. Their names are like Nugget, Patty, Tender.
So what I would do is I would take some of his bedding and I'll take it out and I'll put it into a pan. And when I, get the frozen thawed rats out, I will put it in that bedding so it gets the smell of a live rat. And then grab the frozen thawed rat by the back of the neck and probably spend about 5 minutes or so, 10 minits, literally, doing the whole dancing around the tub, you know what I mean? And it's worked.
Well, I only have one animal that eats frozen thawed, and that's my corn snake. But that's just because we don't breed mice. But in my rat room, I've got 500 some rats, and every single one of our breeders has a name. They're not just something to kill off. I mean, we care for the animals just like they're our pets. We feed live because it's what's easiest for us when feeding 30 animals.
That make it a little bit more real though when you're feeding off an animal with a name.
Oh, the babies don't have names, but the breeders have names.
No. I would lose track of every single one of their names if I had.
Well, we had one that we had one that outlived any other rat I've ever seen. We got her; she was 8-9 months old. We bought her as an adult breeder. She was on her second or third litter. She produced litters for us up until about a month ago when she finally passed away. Her last litter was only 2 babies, so we moved her in a maternity tub, and any babies that weren't doing well, we moved them in there with her. She would take care of them, bring them up. So she was just a nurser. But we had her for almost 3 years. So she was almost a 4-year-old rat.
Yeah.
I
mean, that's insane. Her name was Anthrax, so because nothing could kill her.
We got Emil because Emil basically we had a snake that we bought a collection of snakes from a guy local to us in the area. And it turns out he had literally just been getting the frozen thawed rats out of the freezer, rinsing the frost off under a hot tap and trying to feed them. So this particular snake hadn't eaten in near enough a year by the time we got him.
Oh.
I've had one of my males run a year without eating for no reason, and he just recently went back on food.
Well, she literally looked like a deflated tire.
I mean, it was breeding, obviously, when he was... After he just stopped eating during pairing, so when he got to a certain weight, we stopped pairing him, and he just wouldn't go back on food for us for a while.
Oh, by the way, James, good news. That Pied, I was having problems. The one that wouldn't eat
Yeah.
and hasn't eaten since like September.
Yeah.
She took down three fuzzies this week.
Oh, cool, dude.
So
That's great.
yeah, she back to looking thick and healthy and happy and no more attitude. She doesn't try to take your face off every time you open the tub. What's going on, Hunter?
One of our males, he's not eating. Oh, God. Without my missus here, because she's the one who keeps track of everything, I'm just the idiot who gets bit. But it's been quite a while that he's decided he does not want any food. And he's just taking down... Okay, he's taken down one multi, because I can see the other one in his tub there. So he's had one multi. He's just been greedy and snatched the other one and then decided, no, I don't want that. Eyes bigger than
We
his
have
head.
one that does that too. She'll eat the first one and then she'll stay in that hunting attitude. So you're like, okay, that was a kind of a small meal. I'll give you another one. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
She takes it, she crushes it, she plays with it for a minute, and then she kind of looks at it like, I don't want it now. It's like, you little pain in the ass. Her name is
And
Nikita. She was the first snake we ever got.
When you buy in
she-
ASFs individually, they cost a lot of money as well. I mean, these are like, what, £2.50 a pop? It doesn't even cost me that much to get, like, the rats and stuff normally, like the rat wieners and that. They're only like £1 odd or something.
Yeah, I'm not sure on the conversion rate, but I know you guys' money is worth a hell of a lot more than ours.
That would be like £2.50 would be, I think, somewhere like $3.50, $3.60.
Something like that. Yeah.
I'll find out real quick.
I want to say it's close to there. I mean, I could be way off, but I also don't deal with pound very often. So, were you done with your history, Snake Peepers?
Say what, man?
Said, were you done with your history? Y'all start behind, or do you have more to say?
Oh, I'm pretty much done there. You know what I mean? That's pretty much it. And now we're here with what? 27 snakes, some lizards, a scorpion, rat, dog. Just basically a zoo here.
Alrighty. Well, then we're gonna switch over, and I will give my history and background. First of all, this female here, she big girl, she's kind of hard to get all on camera, but she was the first snake that we started with. And she has turned into big girl. Her name's Diamond. We actually found this from a lady out in Cleburne. Going out there, when we got there, we had talked to the woman for a little while, and she had told us that, the reason she was selling her so cheap is because all of her brothers and sisters were albino, and that she just had no use for because she was an albino. So we ended up with her for super cheap. We got her. She was little. She was 200 grams or less. And so there's no way she even had her first few meals in her, but she took right to eating for us when we got her back. And that was 5 years ago. We've had her for almost 6 years. We've had her since we were in the house in Keller.
So, real quick interjection here, James. You were not too far off. £2.50 is $3.44 US.
Okay.
So you're
yes.
You're
pretty
pretty
good
damn
estimate.
close. US dollar
Anyway,
ain't worth
we've
the
had this female for a
paper
while,
it's printed on.
and after we got her, we were like, back before, because everyone starts at some point. This is that start. back before we knew that cohabbing wasn't allowed, we had listened to pet stores like everyone else. We figured she was lonely in the enclosure by herself. We bought we bought another male and put in the enclosure with her. And I mean, they did great in that enclosure. We gave them multiple basking spots. It was a massive tank. Also, it was a tank, but we had a bunch of stuff for them. They had multiple heat levels, multiple platforms they could get on to bask, so they never really fought. But the more that we learned, we started shifting over because we got to a point to where after we bought that second male, we picked up 4 more snakes and paired them in male-female pair in 2 other aquariums. So then we actually got in touch with our first breeder that let us come to his place, which was Earl at LSR, Lone Star Reptiles.
Great man.
Out of Cleburne, which is a fantastic guy. And he got us our first 2 breeder females. And, he actually gave us the rundown on how the stuff should be set up. What's going on, Sammy? On how the stuff should be set up and not to cohab and, the ins and out, which he uses Aspen. We used to use Aspen. We just recently switched over to Coco because we had a real dry winter. It dried out a lot of our snakes. But, I mean, here in Texas, we have enough humidity. You can run Aspen and get the humidity you need and don't have to worry about it molding.
There's also like Liglicel as well, isn't there, as well, which is pretty much looks the same as like Aspen but doesn't mold.
Yeah. But we were
the only one I keep my corn on Aspen, but beyond that,
well, as I said,
Coco.
We just switched over to all Coco on all of our snakes because, yes, do what? Reptichip. We switched over to Reptichip. But it's only because, we now know that it's better. And if we can provide better quality, not just quality that will do, that won't give us any issues, then we want to provide that better quality because the better quality you provide for your animals, the better offspring that you have, which we only feed live. We started with, this one female here, and we now have almost 50 ball pythons. But we feed everything live. We grew our breeding colonies with our snakes so that we didn't have to worry about pulling ourselves into debt trying to pay for feeders.
That's kind of what got us started breeding rats too. Is
it's
once we got up on
where we didn't have to go out of pocket from the beginning. So for us, this is all. I mean, none of it's out of pocket, and we try to take. A lot of our snakes were rescues. We've got a bearded dragon that was a rescue. We have 2 leopard geckos that were rescues.
How's the beardy doing, by the way?
Oh, he's fantastic.
I haven't seen the camera in a few days, so
yeah, his stress marks went away on his belly finally. So, but as I said, you start from nothing and you grow so fast. And if you can't meet the demand for food and you have to go buy it, you're going out of pocket. No new breeder can afford to go out of pocket the cost that it would take to feed enough snakes to breed and make profit on. And I understand everyone's like, oh, well, a lot of people say you're only in it for the profit. No, we're not only in it for the profit. We love the animals, but in order to do what we do with these animals, there does have to be some sort of profit. That doesn't mean it's all about the profit for us. It just means that there has to be something there.
Yeah, you can do what you love and still make money at it. That's kind of the whole
that, or a lot of people get upset, about the fact
that make that money and just pump it straight back in, though. So
exactly, and that's what we've been doing. We take every bit of profit we get, and the next year reinvest straight into the business to grow. We want to get as big as we possibly can, as quick as we can, and because the bigger
I don't ever really want to get on that level of having 1,000 clutches a year. I got no interest in that big.
No, I don't want to be that big, but I want to be big enough to where I can rescue whatever animal I want and not have to worry about its vet bills or buying a new enclosure for it. That's what it is for us. The more profit I bring in, the more animals I'm able to help. And without that profit, I can't help those animals. And I mean, otherwise, I'd have to go as a 501c3 and ask for donations and all of that other stuff. And no one donates to a reptile rescue. I mean, if we're just being honest.
No, I mean, like, I know Zilla does reptile donations every once in a while, but Reptizoo, I think, does too.
Cute and fluffy will always be superior to scaly. It's just the way that it is. But, you know, it's us that is making that difference in the world, that's showing people that these animals can be, to some extent, affectionate.
I know there's a lot of people out there that do try to say, like, oh, you shouldn't rescue and stuff like that. And the way I see it is, well, it's probably because he's putting them out of business, though, Sue are saying that, because they're not getting to sell an animal to somebody. But it's the same as dogs in kennels, you know, or at the pound. You know, what happens to those unwanted animals, you know, or unwanted reptiles, while people going out and buying brand new all the time when there's ones there that already need a home?
Well, and see that, and that's the unfortunate thing, like with the reptile side of it, you know, dogs, cats, stuff like that, they usually get, you know, a month. Nobody rescues them. Then a month later, they get euthanized. Snakes get 48 hours. If nobody comes to pick it up in 48 hours, it's euthanized. Lizards are the same way. And I'm actually working with a local vet up here because they get a lot of surrenders up there. And anytime that they get surrenders on snakes now, snakes, lizards, any kind of reptiles, we're going to go ahead and come pick them up.
Yeah. I've got a buddy out in Greenville that he's got ties with a vet out there, and some of those animals end up coming to us as well. We've gotten a few ball pythons from him. One was a pinstripe male. Turned out not to be a male. It's a big breeder size, ready to go female.
Hey, nothing wrong with a pin anyway, man. Pins are pretty.
We got her out of the enclosure and laid her out on the couch. And I was like, he said this was a male, right? And Brooke confirmed, yeah, he said it was a male. And she stretched out on the couch. I was like, yeah, there's no damn way. And checked her, and she popped female. And I was like, I can't believe we never popped this animal, but it was right as that snow hit that we got her. And then we had the quarantine issue going on afterwards. And so popping her was not at the top of our list of stuff that we were going to do.
Yeah.
And then we just forgot. So let me switch over to table cam here.
I'm going to have to hop off soon because my phone's about to die. And I also need to get some sleep.
Absolutely. You were telling me earlier you've been up for 48 hours
in the morning there.
It's like, 2:45 in the morning.
Oof.
The things I do for you guys.
Much love, man. Much love.
No worries. Thanks for having me anyway.
Oh, absolutely.
It's not a problem. I appreciate you being here.
No worries. We'll do it again sometime. I'll see you later.
We'll see you later. You have a good night.
Go
Get some rest, man.
Yeah, just go ahead and answer. There's this female. Yeah. This female here, obviously big girl. She's going off the table. What's going on, Tyler?
Once for about 5 minutes, 10 minutes, but I didn't know if you could invite me on my phone.
Do you have StreamYard, the app that I told you to download?
What's it called?
StreamYard. All right, download it, set it up, and then message Brooke, and I'll send you an invite.
All right, cool. We'll do
We had another guest.
Tyler from Tybrone Reptiles. He's produced a lot of high-end animals.
Hell
He
yeah.
produced one of my, actually several of my high-end animals, and I rebuilt his rodent room and his his snake room from the ground up for him to start breeding. He's actually been watching. He said, "What's up?" So he's going to go ahead and join and hop in stream here. He's Tyler's pretty big name. He's got some big connections. He's not giant, but what he is known
Big
for
enough.
is high-end ball pythons.
Yeah.
He produced my eyeless female that I've got.
Oh, wow. Oh, I need you to shoot me a message with the count of tags that you need, by the way.
With the what?
The tag count?
Oh, tag counts?
Yeah, how many you need?
For snakes eaten and not eaten?
Because right now
There-
I'm starting on
There's 50 snakes.
50 snakes?
Okay.
Heard that?
Yep.
She's back here like, oh.
My wife's gonna get out one of our high end females that come from Tyler real quick. Well, wait till Tyler gets on so he can kind of talk about it because he knows her history.
Okay.
And
He's in like literally shedding right now. So
Yeah, but he's setting up StreamYard now. So
the young lady over in the comments, Sparks, that says hi, it's Emily.
yeah,
That is my niece. She's the one that ended up getting that bright orange pinstripe that I produced last year.
yeah.
She has aspirations of growing as a breeder. So she's actually, hopefully, someday going to be closer to us so we can kind of, I guess, mesh together and kind of move forward with some projects and stuff like that, kind of get her rolling. And
It's guidance. Yoda will train. He will.
here's your tip.
Yep, there's Yoda. By the way, he'll train her.
Mhm.
He'll
I got
let her
my
know-
fat
Dude,
boy
look at
down
those
here.
ears, dude. By the way, babe, there you go.
What's up, fat boy?
Zach, look at those
Oh
ears.
my god! Oh,
wanting more.
Oh.
this is our old man. He's 10, I think now. He's a good old man. He's like, I smell pizza. You're a good boy, huh? Yeah, his name is Nibbles.
His name is Nibbles.
Would have been Shredder, but we went in.
Yeah, it would have been Shredder, but it didn't quite work out.
Nope.
But yeah, he came down with my wife when she moved down here from Wyoming, and day one he instantly became my dog and no longer hers.
Well, I ended up with your dog anyway.
And she ended up with both of my dogs.
What about the pounds What about the pounds you eat? What are you talking about, James? I am so confused. You sent me a message on Messenger said, "Wait, what about the pounds you eat?"
Oh, I have. I think he was trying to make a joke.
I missed it. It went right over my head.
You were talking about we don't deal too much with pounds, and I'm pretty sure it was meant to be a weight joke. Oh,
Hold on, I'm trying to get him on here.
No.
Oh. What's going on, Tyler?
oh wait, we gotta cover up all logos here.
The website, but it won't. I need a valid website, and my Facebook won't work. So what can you use? I just have a Facebook. I don't have a website for me. You know what I'm saying?
What do you mean you need a you're not going to be broadcasting right now? I'm going to send you an invite to my broadcast.
I know, but it won't let me sign up. I just put sign up, and it says no valid website.
Oh yeah, it asks where you want to stream to, like YouTube or
Sign up, make an account, whatever.
absolutely anytime.
I provide a
It
valid
was great to
website.
have you on here, man.
I want to enter my Facebook from my reptile page. It didn't work, so I'm just trying to figure out how to make an account so I can join. You know what I'm saying?
Use your YouTube account, bro.
All right, I'm trying to find the URL, man. I just can't figure that shit out. So
If you go to your channel up in the corner, you should have the ability to share your channel. and that'll be
Yeah,
the YouTube channel.
Is your YouTube channel not linked to your phone?
I'm using much, bro. It's not from reptiles. This is like old.
Well, then make a new damn YouTube for your reptiles finally instead of, not. He's trying to link his Facebook to it and it wouldn't work.
Adorable.
Oh, I'm not surprised. You can actually go live on YouTube via the Duckhead
StreamYard. Well, that's what I'm saying. We're live on YouTube.
You can change that logo now. Did you guys go ahead and do the paid subscription or no?
Not yet. Not yet.
Yeah, because like I've got. It opens up a lot of doors. It does. Like we can do 10-person streaming, but I don't think we ever will because that. Oh my God, bandwidth usage.
So that's a common misconception, actually. Someone was we watched several videos on it, and the bandwidth is actually pulled from each person's individual computer, not as the single site as a whole.
Oh, okay.
At least that's what the YouTube review of StreamYard said.
I could understand that because I mean, it would, if you think about it, I mean, it would be bandwidth usage for your ISP, not so much for the website. The only high activity effect that anything can have on a website is a 404 failure, which is where basically thousands of people, hundreds of thousands of people log on at the exact same time, and it causes a mass flood, and it causes the site to shut down.
Yeah, you can get by.
Hi, Brooke.
Hi.
She's making random appearances like Ames is, so.
Yeah, you just see her wander by every once in a while.
At least when they wander by, they have a purpose. They're actively moving towards something, whereas I just kind of aimlessly wander.
Yeah.
I'll walk into a room and be like, "No, why in the hell did I come in here?"
And also,
Yep.
you're dealing with a pregnant woman that has severe nesting.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I come home and like office is rearranged, and I mean, I'm sure you can see behind me here. Everything's changed back there.
It looks cleaner.
Much. She completely reorganized all of her epoxy stuff, and I love our broom chilling out right there.
Somewhere right there.
right over meow somewhere.
Right meow. Get over here, right meow.
Oh.
Because I still have to go on.
Tyler, are you figuring it out?
Oh,
I'm working on it. I can't figure
I'm
this
done
out.
with this.
I thought you were the tech savvy one over me.
So I broke down and bought a I broke down and actually bought one of these.
Dude, look up a YouTube video real quick. Why? Why did you do that?
For a single tank.
No,
I
they
can't.
they don't hold memory.
This
You have to. It needs every time.
absolutely 5-star rating, 50-some thousand purchases.
I've got the exact same one hanging on my wall over here.
Really?
Every time the power goes out, it resets itself back to 70 degrees.
Oh, I don't have to worry about that. Anytime the power goes out, I reset everything of mine anyways.
Yeah, I mean it functions good.
All I need is functionality for right now. We're actually having her a Vivarium built that will have a built-in thermostat, a little invert thermostat in the Vivarium. Much like, give me just a sec. I actually got one chilling over here.
Okay. What were you saying, Tyler?
Just like that guy. That is a inset thermostat.
Did you get that one off of Wish or Amazon?
This one I actually got from Inkbird. It was like $80-some.
No, Tiny. He's gonna be a spec.
But I do have to agree that I do. What's crazy is I've actually heard good reviews on the Amazon ones. I've shockingly even heard good reviews on the Wish ones. But the thing for me is I got to try it. I got to test it. And if it tests okay for me, for my usage, then I'm okay with it. I'm not just going to go off of what everybody says about it. Because I use things at a different level. Because like all of my racks, everything, I can control each individual level of the rack by the flip of a switch. So I can have, level 1, 3, 5, and 9 all on and everything else off.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I'm very much into the isolation of it, So if there's a problem, I can kill one and handle it, and I don't have to shut the whole freaking system down. So having... Oh, so little. So tiny.
It's a little male rosy boa. I held him up there because he looks like a speck on the table.
Would you mind grabbing me?
He's not a big fan of...
I don't have much time to be working.
Here, and she's pouring epoxy right now, but as soon as she's done, she's going to go grab our little itty bitty snake.
He's like, let me out of here, run away.
That's one I'd actually be worried about. You get into crevices that you can't get into.
Other camera?
No.
I didn't realize how small they were, man. I haven't had a whole lot of experience with rosy boas before, so. I have a chicken asleep in the top of their food dish.
I can't, my God. Trying to figure out. Yeah, he's not going to show up real well that close.
Oh, no.
Trying to. This little thing's like
Kind of
a
a
new
cool pattern, though. Like I said, I haven't dealt much with the rosy boas. I've dealt a little bit with the rainbow boa, but eventually, I think one of our first non-breeder snakes that we're going to end up getting that we're just going to have. I think I'm going to do the hybrid GTP carpet python. Just because they are stunning.
Okay, Tyler. All right, we should have him joining in a second. Hopefully he's in his reptile room and it's not a mess. I'm expecting to get a message from James in like 5 minutes. I'm saying, oh, well, you know it is.
Emily, if you're still in here, congratulations on making it to the playoffs.
I did not see where she said that.
No, she just sent me a message on my phone. Said her team made the playoffs. She's part of an esports team.
There he is.
There I am. Hey!
How we doing?
Good. I'm in the rodent room. All the rats on rats on rats.
Put a shirt on.
Bro, it's like hot as fuck out here, dude. You know how it is?
Yeah,
You been
well,
out here?
buy an AC unit and I'll come put it in
I
for
know.
you.
I know James will be proud of me. Look what I did myself. Ooh, by myself. Ooh,
Oh, you
look
took
at
the board
that.
down and replaced it?
and it was different dimensions. I had to cut it like a 3/4 of an inch off the top, and it was like a 3/4 of an inch less on each side. I ordered the same one off Amazon, and it was different. I'm like, what the fuck? Really? I reordered on Amazon, and it was different. I'm like, seriously?
I have one of the LG window units that, what is it, like 8,000 BTU window
There
units.
you go.
And
There,
that
now
thing,
we
it
got
works
one.
incredible. It keeps my 10 by 20 room nice and cool, but yeah, it fell out of the window,
Yeah.
broke the fan on the inside, so I had to order a new fan. You know how hard it is to find a part number on a discontinued LG AC?
I wouldn't even have tried. I would have just bought a new unit.
Well, it was $18 for the new fan, or like way more money than I had at the time for a new AC unit.
Yeah, so he's actually standing in the rat room that I've done a good bit of work to. It's not done yet. I got to go over there and we got to trim out
So
a little bit.
you water individual bottles?
He does.
Oh Lord!
Honestly, I've been doing this about like 8 years, right? I've seen so many people have floods, and I'm not saying it's not a knock on anyone that uses the water system. Everyone I've seen, from huge to I have one rack, like people that have 20 times what I have. There's always a leak and there's always an issue. Yes, it would be nice, but I'm not opposed to water bottles. They take a little more time, but like there's no like flaws in them. Like they can't leak,
no,
they can't flood the tubs.
Yeah, I mean, I
So-
see where it's definitely beneficial, but man, I ain't got that time.
It's about
like
getting
going
the
to
right parts, though, too, Tyler. That's what I've been telling you. We've got to, instead of trying to get tips off of Amazon, we're going to have to just go through Reptile Basics.
I promise I will not order all of Reptile Basics nipples on you again.
Jackass.
You're the
Like 2
reason why
days
I
before he
my
went to
shit-
order nipples, I ordered every single one that they had in stock.
That's why I had to go to Big Cheese Rodent Factory in Fort Worth to get mine. As much as I'm not a fan of going there for personal reasons, ended up having to go down there and biting the bullet and just pay $4.50 a piece per brass nipple. I mean, shit, Reptile Basics, after shipping and everything, they're up to almost $6 a piece now because, you know, they're in high demand for some reason.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Their price jumped from $3 to
I
like
got 200 of them.
their price jumped from like $3.50, $3.75 to $4.75.
I don't think I even told James this. So last weekend when I was cleaning the rats, right? I was doing waters and a bunch of miscellaneous shit. Dude, I went into the snake room to get something, and I checked on the retake. Dude, she almost tagged me, bro, because I was doing the rat waters.
Again?
No, she only tried to tag me one time, bro. Dude, it was close. Like, she was in my hand, and I pulled it back. I got about a 13-foot retake, and she
Ooh.
almost got me for the first time. Almost.
My bow
She-
is real touchy.
She's
about
my
that.
baby.
if
I love her.
handle a
I try
rat,
to
she's
handle her every
all
time I
about
go
it.
over there. My wife's pulling another female out. Her nose heel.
What the
We're gonna
hell?
show
I just,
snakes.
found,
Give me
I
just
just
a-
found this fucker out of just chilling on top of the tub. Just chilling like a motherfucker.
I had one of those the other day. We
Because-
tried to grab him, and he ended up, when he launched to try to get away, he piled into a shelf, and I'm pretty sure he broke ribs because he just kind of fell over and was heaving. So it's like, well, somebody's getting a big meal tonight. So he went to the Volta.
So
Like, damn.
this female here come
Oof.
from Tyler.
Oof.
Tyler, would you like to give some background on her?
So she is basically, I bought her, I saw her advertised for probably 8-9 months. She was advertised as a queen bee super stripe. So
We will talk to you later, Emily.
yellow belly. However, I picked her up for the steal because the guy was asking 5 times the price. I'm like, nah, if you don't sell, I'll hit you up in a few months. Kept hitting him up, a bigger breeder. And eventually I got her. But now with James, what he produced, I'm thinking it's pinstripe. I'm thinking it's, instead of queen bee, I'm thinking it's queen pin super stripe. So butter, pin, spider,
Yeah,
yellow
I mean,
belly stripe.
looking at her, there's no way that she's spider. like now actually thinking about it, there's no way that's Spider female. Because she's got the dual stripe running down her back.
I think the most high-end animal I've got right now is actually a het. And it came from Anthony up at Python Perfection. That's about as high-end on what I have right now. I have other stuff in the works, but it's in the works. So, and I may or may not have a couple of dinkers that we're starting to work with too.
Heads are awesome, man. Especially for the right stuff. You gotta have heads to make the visuals, So,
well, and I picked up 2 hets from him over the course of I bought one December of 2019. Oh, there's my little guy. Yeah, we were talking about little itty bitty snakes. There's my little itty bitty snake.
I don't want my baby. Take her and put her up.
Yeah, that's my little itty guy right there.
Oh, he's so cute.
Yeah, he thinks he's the biggest damn corn snake in the world too.
So this
Like
was
he bites you and you're just like, what are you doing?
This is the babies that come from that female.
Oh Lord.
See, but this one looks spider to me.
Yeah, that one does look spider.
It might be Spinner. Because I can see spider in it. Like I see pinstripe more, but I definitely see a little bit of spider. I can see it being
Spinner
Queen
definitely
Spin.
would make sense.
So it'd be a queen spin.
super stripe. I mean, yeah, who knows? I mean, it's hard to say for sure. Like that's what I got her as, and like I pass it on what I got it as because I trust the breeders, especially the bigger time guys. But you know, they don't always know when you have just like me, like 5 genes to 6 genes. It's hard to tell.
When you start gene stacking, it's hard to be sure 100% every single time.
But I mean, that's a pretty diverse clutch right there.
Yeah.
That bell right there, that bell is going to this man right here.
So, would that be a bell or an ivory?
It's a bell.
There was no yellow belly in the pairing.
No yellow
unless
belly.
Unless your banana Mojave had yellow belly hidden in there, they didn't fucking know about it. I'm not saying that's possible. I'm saying that on a random off chance.
She is a. That female is a queen spin
super stripe.
So she's got yellow belly specter in her. So those babies have some characteristics of yellow belly specter, but the male was a banana pastavi.
See, in Royal by Design, so one of the biggest things I would do is I'm not like a cheap shopper. No, not at all. However, I had my breeders who were reputable, who I knew, who I would follow and see what they had for sale. And I'd always go and cherry pick off what they didn't sell for the year and try to get them at the bottom dollar because it was their last 5 snakes and they wanted to move them. So I would go and follow my breeders that I bought from on a regular. And then I'd go cherry pick off the bottom of their stuff that they couldn't sell for what they wanted, and then be like, let me buy 3 of them and get a better deal. And so I kind of did that. That was one of those girls that I did with.
Right on.
Because you know, like, why would you want to buy a normal Super Stripe 1 gene when you can buy a Super Stripe XXX for $100 more? You know?
Because I'd like to know what the hell the babies are. That's why.
I was my first ever clutch was so gene stacked it was ridiculous. Like for a first clutch, at least, you know, it was a spinner blast to a pastel coral glow. So I was not mentally prepared for what we were going to see come out of the eggs there.
So,
and we ended up with some really pretty animals.
This female come from Tyler as well. And,
that's that Inchy Butter Clown?
Yep, that is my Inchy Butter Clown Mazikeen. Gorgeous.
See, my
gorgeous.
spinner blast's name is Mazikeen.
Kind of
We
greater.
don't have our other spinner blast anymore.
Yeah, I mean, this camera doesn't necessarily do her justice. She's not gray. She's a little bit more yellow than that. I've got to get a.
I'm a baby. You're a baby, huh?
She might actually do good under.
She looks pretty good, though. I mean, she doesn't look super gray. She actually looks kind of a tan and white.
There we go. More color there.
Beautiful, though.
Oh yeah. I mean, that's a good price female. Now she's balling up for us. That's what I wanted
She
you to
looks
do
like a
earlier.
cinnamon roll.
She's trying to wrap herself. She snailed.
She looks like a cinnamon roll.
All right, go ahead and grab
Don't
one
say
of these.
cinnamon roll. I have a pregnant woman in the room with me.
Cinnamon roll, cinnamon roll, cinnamon roll.
A green tag.
A green tag?
Because I know he's 8 so far.
Yep.
So.
Yep, there's the completed tags. That's what they look like.
All right. How much am I gonna owe you?
You always
for-
buy your own little clips.
Yeah, you can either buy your own little clips, and that'll reduce the price drastically.
We'll probably just buy our own clips. Actually, we might do something along the lines of
How
like
his is set up
GoPro.
kind of thing. So.
That's not a bad idea.
But what's going to be the price on those?
I'll have to get with the wife on that one. I don't do her pricing. Last
Yeah,
time
just
I
give-
tried, I might have lost an eye.
Yeah, well, just
$3.99.
Do what?
I'll hit you up on a
$3.99.
DM with the price.
$12.
Sit down and do it. It gives me something to do because
She's actually already molding them up back here right now.
Okay.
She can make 30 of them at a time. So, will you hand me a minute deal?
Yeah.
Oh, this is that het I was talking about that I got from one of the two hets I got from Anthony up at Python Perfection.
Tyler, do you know what this one is?
I can't really
A
see
blur?
it. What is it?
You gotta turn down the light.
Yeah, the
What
light.
is- I can't tell by the lighting. The banana,
Huh?
banana butter.
Oh, of course you got to be going in the shed, so you're not nearly as pretty. But this is that het I got from
Yeah,
him.
he's not gonna sit still. He's not cooperating tonight. But yes, you're right. It's that banana one that I got from you. The
Banana butter and cheap in.
yeah, that.
Yeah, this guy, I've got big plans for him, and believe it or not, actually his sister.
What is he?
He is GHI 100% het clown.
Oh, nice.
So, and his sister is a pastel lesser 100% het clown.
That's-
What are your plans on that blade het clown that you got for me? That blade.
She is going to my vanilla cream het clown.
Okay.
So, I think that I personally, you know me and my vanilla creams, dude. I love them. I think they're phenomenal animals.
Yeah.
It's by far one of my favorite morphs, or one of my favorite combos.
Rocks.
The vanilla fire.
Okay, yeah, I'm not pulling
Oh.
You want
Too, but this is the one.
The
I got from
hopeful down the road, I've got some more pairings to do and stuff like that off of the offsprings of that pairing. But I want to actually try to do a Firefly blade clown.
So this is that little male we got from you.
He's getting big.
Yeah, he's putting on weight. He's deep in shed right now, but
Yeah, that's the GHI. He's all blued out, and I'm like, go figure. The one night I want to show him off, and he's going into blue. But yeah, he's getting big, man.
I can't remember.
Pastel Spectre.
Yeah, that's that Pastel Spectre male I got from you. So he's
Wow,
that we ended up naming him a Minideel.
nice. They changed his name to Amenadiel. The Pastel Spectre.
Aw.
Spud. I still have his old Spud name tag. I came across it the other day.
Yeah, I mean he's been eating for us pretty well, putting on weight. And I think he's almost.
Oh,
up
he was never shy
305.
about food. Never shy about food. How are the Possets?
She'll grab it right now. Both great.
Yeah, I had done a trade with them, that Blade Clown or Blade Het Clown that I got from them for that Spectre Yellow Belly.
Yeah, I got
Male.
a fucking killer deal from this dude from Zach.
And because I really wanted that blade, sorry about the hissing sound, I'm adjusting my Velcro here. But as a pot sweetener, because I really wanted that Blade Het Clown, I threw in a Posset Candy, Posset Albino male and female that came off of a allele pairing that we were trying to do for a Candino. Which 7 eggs got 1 Candino, everything else was normal. But as you can see, not a single one of them characteristically looks like normal in pattern.
That's the other two that we got there. Those 2 Possets I got from you.
They're both getting big too.
Yeah, male's putting on a lot of weight really fast.
Good. What blows my mind is the male is on the one coiled up, right? On the inside?
Yeah.
Right here.
His back, his dorsal striping, the fact that it is so close to being a solid stripe down his back is just... I mean, he's only got a few little gaps in there.
Yeah.
The guy I got my boa from was actually very, very upset at me when I sent you that snake because he wanted it.
Which one?
The one, the male Posset. So he actually ended up buying another one of the male Possets. Well, we ended up trading up, and I think I got a hell of a deal on it. I traded him that and $100 for a 8-month-old red-tailed boa.
Yeah.
So I think I came out on top of that
you got
deal.
the better end on it. How's your retic doing tonight, Tyler?
I don't know. I'll go check her out in a minute. Hold on, let me bring this back. I'll be right back. Let me go grab this, and then I'll be right
Wash
back.
it in first.
Take us in there and show us that beautiful work I've done on that damn room. Yeah, I do. I run
when we get-
mobile services down here. I do home remodeling and repair, landscaping and irrigation, and mobile mechanics.
She gained 2.
If you ever need an electrician, give me a call.
Dude, I might need you to come down when I get just to help me run the electrical in my house that we're going to be building.
Absolutely.
I can do
Yeah,
it, but it'd be nice to have a hand, someone else that knows how to do it.
Yeah, I was a residential wireman for a long time.
Hey, I have 2 hands. Don't discredit me.
That's all the lighter we can get.
Okay, what is that?
This is my snake facility, so I got all that shit.
This female here.
Yes.
So
Butter pastel.
Butter super pastel.
Mm.
She might actually be a pastel butter. Bubbles. Because they've got a butter super pastel that looks almost identical in pattern.
Yeah, she's got a pied spot right here on her though.
Yeah, this one that you guys were showing me the other night. They got the random
Yeah.
freckle that keeps
Or-
getting
yeah,
bigger and
paradox.
bigger.
She literally just
It almost
shed
looks like a question mark.
and she literally just shed and she gained 2 more spots. It's
Yeah.
too bright
I
to
was gonna
see.
say it looks like a question mark now.
So I'm not fucking with my reject tonight. I'll show you her, but I'm not fucking with her. She tried to strike herself. So
Okay.
Oh my gosh, beautiful, babe.
Oh,
I can't.
well, that's
Showing
your
his
other
retake.
bin, Tyler.
You show the retake one more time, where my old lady can see it.
Oh my god.
Back up just a little bit.
She's
Tyler.
beautiful.
She's a
Oh.
lavender, motley, platinum, sunfire tiger.
Jesus.
She's
That's what I
about it.
told you.
I
High
want
end
a cow.
animal.
I want a cow.
And look, let me grab a pair of scissors to show you comparison on size, because people don't get this. This is a normal pair of scissors. Look at my hand. Normal pair of scissors, right? Normal.
That's not a great idea to stick in there with a snake that might strike.
I'll pull
So
them
he
out.
drops them in there. Holy God.
I mean, she's a good 16-foot girl. Babe, do
I'd
you
say
have
like
pictures on your phone of me?
I'd say like 12, 13 feet, but you know, whatever. She's a good 80, 90
No.
pounds.
She is well over 12, 13 feet.
She just had 3 jumbo rats last night, fat ass bitch, and she's like, I want more.
Yeah, no, the lady I was talking about earlier, the one that brought the 6 snake over.
Yeah.
I just put her old man in touch with the same people that I got my building from
Yeah.
because she wants to take up breeding rabbits again. I'm like, well, I'll trade
How
you
much-
rabbits for rabbits.
How big is
I
your
need
building?
What's that?
I need goddamn
How big
rabbits.
is your building?
200 square feet.
I don't know how big that is.
10 by 20.
I mean, I guess I probably could have figured that out, but
It's not super big, but it suits the purpose right now. Once we get moved into the new house and I'm able to actually get the snake room set up and stuff like that, that will be dedicated strictly to rats. And I will have rat
Okay,
racks
so you're gonna be
all the way
moving it
around
with
the
you?
room. Huh?
you're going to be moving it with you?
Yeah. Anywhere I go, I pay $250. They come pick it up, move it wherever I need it to go.
Yeah, and I got my rat room right here is about 12 by 12. I got probably 200 breeder females, 150, 200 breeder female rats, plus holdbacks, plus males, plus a lot of shit, plus mice.
Huh?
Yeah, I'm
that
sitting
was- that
right
was a
now
year ago.
at 140 female breeders right now. I think.
Rats.
Yeah.
That's why, dude. I pop them out, man. I fucking pump that shit out. I'm pumping rats out left
Well,
and
and
right.
we actually discussed the on our last live. You know, the reason that I breed so many, I only have 30 ball pythons. So you know, I don't need to be producing, 600-700 rats a month. But I
Pays for
do it
itself and more.
because
Pays for itself. You can sell them and pay for itself.
Exactly. That's exactly why I do it. I have not paid out of pocket for rat food, rat bedding, snake bedding in 7 months.
Hey,
Yeah.
boys, y'all keep on the conversation.
So
I'll be right back. Babe, you want to cycle snakes through under the
Yeah,
cooler
me and
or no?
James went in. So I got a pallet of Missouri. It was like you save $7 a bag buying a pallet on 40 bags. That's $250 right there. And I use that in 2-3 months, and I have my buddies buy it too. So
how much is a pallet?
it just makes sense to buy a pallet. Like I spent $1,000 in rat food, but I sold my sales paid for it. My rat sales paid for it because I was selling big orders.
Yeah. Yeah, see, we want to get to a point eventually where we're actually, setting some aside to do some frozen thawed that we can ship out and stuff like that. So, but right now that's just not in the cards. Our setup right now is not where I'd like it to be, and it's just because right now we're in a rental, and we're actually in process of buying a house.
Well, I will tell you this. My friend always told me this. He bred rats. He did shows. That's all he did was breed rats and had he probably had what we consider we reverse it, right? We do snakes and a few rats. This dude had 5,000 square feet of rats and 100 square feet of reptiles. That was his full-time job, and he was making $150,000 a month. Him and his wife were just doing that full-time cleaning. But they were saying, my buddy was saying he was spending 8 to 9 hours a day with his wife just doing reps 7 days a week. So, you know, you can make good money, but it's damn time.
Oh yeah, yeah. I mean, and that's that I think that's the goal of everybody on our end, especially that does the reptiles first. Is like eventually, yeah, I would like to see my snake sales, the profit margin on that, make what I make a year at my full-time job, so that I can make my side hustle my full-time hustle.
Yeah, I feel you on that. I mean, I have about 100 ball pythons, and probably 75 to 80 are breeder females. So I feel on that. Like a buddy, when I was first getting in, one of my buddies was like, "Hey, just buy females, man." 5 years ago, I had freaking 70 females and 5 males, just stacking up females, just.
See,
racking them up.
I had when I started. I was kicked to the curb big time. Everybody that I tried, all the there were several of the bigger name breeders that I tried to contact and talk to and get advice from and stuff like that, and was essentially told kick rocks.
Yeah.
Told flat out, there's enough breeders, we don't want you.
Yeah.
So I learned what I learned on my own, and unfortunately, there was a lot of hard lessons there.
Yeah.
And, I made the rookie mistake that every rookie makes that has no mentorship. I started grabbing up any fucking snake I could get my hands on. No direction, no plan, just, oh, look, here's a package of 10 snakes for $400. I'm going to buy it.
Yeah.
And 3/4 of it is normal. It's just. And now we're 3 years in. And now I've sold off most of the junk out of my collection and have started moving towards, like, we're really focusing on the highway and freeway projects. We're really focusing on the clown projects. I want to see how many directions I can go with a clown.
Yeah.
I'm not breeding.
You want to go?
I'm not breeding to what the market wants. I'm breeding what I want to see.
The market is really just to see what everyone else has, what everyone else has thought up of their own stuff. I mean, obviously, you have your bells and your pieds that will always have a specific market.
We are working on a very different side of the bell project as well. I am in already one stage in of the 3 stages required to producing a red-eyed leucistic.
I got that this year. I got an albino black
cherry bomb.
Yeah, that's
The
what
cherry
I've been
bomb.
focusing on. So I got a breeder albino Mojave female at probably 2,000 grams, and I breed my albino black pastel Mojave to her.
Woo! And it's a Mojave to Mojave bell too. Oh, so
Yeah.
pretty.
Well, I will say this, like, this isn't, I'm not trying to brag on myself, but, like, if you would have asked 3 years ago, 4 years ago, who's the albino king, it was me. I was the one that was started above and beyond in everything albino. I have albino black pastel champagnes, albino Mojave champagnes. Like, I started doing albinos right when the lab came out is when I got in. Everyone was like, oh, lavender albino, fuck albinos. And then I was like, I'll take them all. So I got a bunch of albinos or heads. So I jumped on that, and now everyone's coming back around to it. But I was the one that right when lab came out, everyone sold out of albinos, like, fuck it, there's a new albino, I'm selling out. And then I was like, I'm not selling out, I'm buying. And now it's come back around full circle.
Don't get me wrong. I love the lab too, but I don't have any need or want for it in my collection, so I don't have any.
We're aiming for the we're aiming for the 8 balls. Hopefully this year too. And what I want to do is I want to get enough bell and enough 8 ball to where when we go to our first reptile expo, we'll have a yin and yang section on our table that'll be set up with just the bells and the black 8 balls in like the shape of the symbol.
James just wants bells and balls. That's all he wants.
Yeah, we like this year, if she pops and drops for me, like I hope she does, she's all the signs are there. I palpated. She's definitely carrying. I don't have an ultrasound, so she's definitely gravid. But it's a 1 in 32 hit.
Yeah.
But my pastel yellow belly was paired to my gravel bee. So
Yeah.
I have a chance of hitting a super pastel spider
Yellow belly
highway.
Yeah.
And actually, I think the super pastel version is 1 in 64. Just the pastel, the B version of it is 1 in 32.
Yeah, I'm a huge highway person. I love the look of the
Fucking
Super Pastel
raining?
Highway.
It's goddamn raining. Is it raining by you, James?
It's
Oh, dude, it's been storming all night.
fucking day.
This is the storm that just come from Zach's area.
And we got a freaking gully washer coming tomorrow. They
Yeah, I mean,
announced the severe thunderstorm warning for tomorrow at 10 o'clock this morning.
Yeah, it's supposed to rain all night here, but it's been raining for about 2 hours.
Dude, and it's a cold
Wow.
fucking rain too. Like it's like
Oh, dude, it's
fucking
it's
38
chilly.
degrees outside.
Yeah, it's chilly here. I was just outside smoking a cigarette. It's
See, that's what I
Tyler.
like about my bad habit. I can do it right
Yo,
here,
James,
sitting in this
Can I
chair. I
get
don't
you a
have to get up
cigarette,
and leave.
bro? James, can I get a cigarette off you, bro? Let me grab one of those. Bro. Come on, bro. Come here.
I ain't driving to Justin to bring your ass a cigarette. Buy your own
See,
pack, damn it.
I quit smoking March of last year. After 21 years of smoking. And now if I could kick the chew habit, I'd be doing really, really good.
Yep.
But yeah, how's that for a can of chew?
Damn. You
Can't
got a
even taste
problem.
it, chew.
That is, and it's all actual loose in there too. I mean,
Well, that just looks like a black hole.
yeah, it's actual loose chew in there.
Yeah.
That's
I'm
$25.
not-
So
I'm not allowed to chew.
I'm pretty sure my wife would be extremely happy if I quit.
Yeah. How your carpets doing, Tyler?
Good. They just ate. I fed like 2
Dude's
days
got
ago.
some gorgeous carpets. Throw us at the floor, damn it.
I was a little low on food because I sold all that to get the pallet of rat food, but I fed all last week. Last week was I fed. I caught up. I missed a week, but I fed. I missed 1 week, and then I caught back up. That was but it was worth it for the pallet of rat food, you know.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, we wouldn't
what
have
do you pay for a pallet of Missouri?
$930 tax include. That's what tax is. $930.
Jesus Christ. So,
And that's
let's see.
40
At the
bags?
price I pay right here from my supplier, I could only buy 32 bags of food for that.
Dude, it may be worth the trip down here.
We get it for about 24, 20, like 23 something a bag. Round up to 24 a bag.
It's 20, it's 23.75 a bag.
I paid $28.50 a bag here.
It's less than that, Tyler. After we done the math on it, it's
It's
$21 a bag plus
$23.25. It's
tax.
$23.25. It's $23.25. That's what it is.
Yeah. Which, if you go to like Russell's Feed Store, they want to charge you $36 a bag for it.
I couldn't imagine being out on the East Coast. You hear what they're paying out there for Missouri?
What?
Like $50, $60 a bag for Missouri.
There's a new rat food line out, and Earl at LSR just started carrying it, but it's like Tommy's Rat Food or Tommy's Rodent Diet. And he said,
Never even heard of it.
He said that it's a fairly small. He's the only dealer for it in Texas, but he was saying that he started feeding it, and he noticed a huge improvement in overall rat health. And these are rats coming off of Missouri. He said they pooped less, they smelled less. He didn't have to clean them every week. He was only cleaning them every 2 weeks now because of the change in food.
See, I changed up my bedding, and we went from changing every 3 days to running just flake bedding.
Yeah.
We changed it up, and we did a 1-inch thick layer of pelletized pine.
Yeah.
Underneath the flake. Dude, we're 9 days, and we might have to change bedding this weekend.
Yeah,
and there's no smell in that rat room at all. All you smell is pine.
We use all aspen. And
See, we can't get aspen in mass like that up here.
Why is that?
Nobody carries it.
Your Tractor Supply don't carry it?
Nope. Special order item only.
Tractor Supply carries it down here, but once again, it might be worth a trip for you to come down here. I pay $10 a bag.
You get a good deal, bro. It's normally 15. You get a good deal. It's normally 15.
Yeah, if I take you down there and I order it, me and a few other people get exclusive rights to broken bags, which haven't lost anything out of them. They just have a hole in them and it's been taped up.
I've got where I get my beddings at right now. I use the premium pine cone flake.
Yeah.
I pay $3.40 a brick for that.
There they are.
And then I pay $4.25 a bag for a 50-pound bag of pellets. Oh, beautiful.
IJ. She's an IJ.
Woo.
And then this one is my prize of joy.
See, I need to get on that rack level. Everything I've got is DIY.
Yeah. A lot of my stuff's DIY as well, dude.
Oh, little spoiler alert. A buddy of mine and I are actually working on designing a metal rack that will be set up very similar to, it's like all the best parts of ARS and all the best parts of Freedom Breeder pounded into one rack.
Yeah.
And we figured out cost to build is about $4,000 less than they're asking for. To build the racks that I need is going to cost me $4,000 less than it would be to buy the racks from either one of those companies.
Yeah.
So, but he does all the welding. I do all the carpentry
Tyler's
stuff. So.
Got a line of racks that he's working on too with an old boy out near
Lubbock.
Yeah.
Oh, that's only about an hour and a half from me. Hour maybe.
It's all PVC though.
Yeah.
Where in the hell do you get PVC in the state of Texas?
We have a lot of vendors near us.
There's nobody in the Odessa Midland area. Nobody.
You can come out to DFW. I can take you right down and you can buy full 4x8 sheets of PVC in bulk.
What are they selling for?
I mean, I can't answer that for you, but it's from a wholesaler, so it's going to be cheaper than going to an actual vendor for it.
Yeah, it's
called Allied Plastics.
I'm trying to build a new hatchling rack to replace the one I've got because it's good and all, but it's 3/4-inch melamine.
Yeah.
And it weighs a metric shit ton.
Dude, honestly, I found the best thing you can do is this rack I've got right here. If you use 3/4 for the shelves, 1/2 inch for the side and back plywood, and paint it all black with your Rubbermaid rubber coat, it waterproofs it, and we've had absolutely no issues with them. And I've had these for how long, babe? I always got to go to you for a time because I can't remember. I've got CRS syndrome.
Oh, can't remember shit, huh?
Yeah. Do what, babe?
All right, James.
I don't know. It's probably been somewhere like 3 years, 3.5 years.
All right, dude. Well, I gotta get out of here. I gotta be up early for work. I gotta be up in like 6 hours for work. So I gotta run out of here. I want to show you guys my incubator.
Yeah.
Double. So, but yeah.
I'll have to get your address from James, and I'll get you a
Yeah.
Royal by Design sticker down there.
Yeah, hell yeah, man. Yeah.
I need Cybrone reptile stickers too, Tyler.
Yeah,
I got
I
you.
might
Next
need
time
I
you
might
come over.
need some of them too.
Next time y'all come over, I got you.
Hell
Let me
yeah.
know, Jim. All right, man. Have a good one, guys.
All
Thanks
right,
for
good
having
night,
me
man.
on.
Easy.
Appreciate it, guys.
Yes, sir. Have a good night.
But I want to do a new hatchling rack, but I want to run the FB10s
Yeah.
instead of the 6-quart shoebox tubs, which the 6 quarts they're great. They're great. Don't get me wrong. But that rack is really heavy.
I think I've got the FB10 or the ARS style tubs. Is it or those?
Well, have you seen pictures of my my breeder tubs? I know I've got pictures of,
I have
my
no
racks up
clue.
on Instagram, but like my males are
no
kept in FB40s, and my females are in FB70s.
Yeah.
And I literally just built melamine racks to fit around those tubs, and they work great. Except for my female rack was thrown together. It was one of those we had an issue, a zoning issue, and it was one of those we didn't know about it, and the animals needed to go now. They needed to go somewhere else until we got it sorted, or they would be confiscated. So it's a long story. Basically, somebody boo-hooing because I wouldn't give them free shit.
Oh, okay.
So I threw that rack together real quick. Like it took me an hour to build that rack
Yeah.
when I normally take 4 or 5 hours, make sure everything is nice and
So
level. And
She's all kinds of lopsided, is what you're saying?
yeah, there's like 3 of the tubs you got to like have like a fucking semi come along to get the tub to come all the way out of the rack.
That's my retic tub right here. This was my first ever rack built. And this fucking tub right here on top just sticks and fights you the whole way in and out.
I gotta feed the snake. Somebody bring the tow hook.
Yeah, well, and the thing is, as soon as that tub starts opening, he starts striking, and you have to sit with this tub for a minute to get it open.
And he's sitting there like
So-
rocking it back and forth.
Yeah, you're sitting there rocking it back and forth, leaning back,
pissing
making
him
sure
off
nothing gets
even
in the
more.
face. He's a feisty little thing, dude.
I've heard a lot of stories that most juvenile retics are very, very, very feisty.
He's something else. I tell you what, we're trying to hook train him, but he doesn't want to respond to it.
See, like I eventually I will have my retics, but that's years down the road. We just started with the boa. That's our first large snake, we'll call it. It's not a huge snake, but it's a large enough snake. And that's kind of a tester for us. If we can handle her, then we can move forward with more boas. And then, because my big fear is, she'll get, what, anywhere from 9 to 13 feet long.
Yeah.
So my big worry with that is, I've got a 2-year-old and she loves the snakes. She wants to hold the snakes. So the last thing I want is a 9-foot snake striking my 2-year-old daughter,
I completely understand.
That's another reason that, like eventually we'll have a lot of the hot animals. Like I will have a gaboon viper. I will have
Yep, and
a couple of
my wife.
rattlesnakes.
I will have a gaboon viper.
I will have a rhino, and then I actually want a Gambino too.
Yeah, I want the hybrid gaboon rhino.
Yeah, the Gambino. That's a bad snake. But I want a canebreaker rattlesnake as well. So, but
yeah, Tyler Nolan's got those
the
timber rattler mixed with canebrake.
Yep. Yeah, the Batman.
Yeah.
But
those some big
snakes.
Big rattlesnakes.
But so like even the wife agrees, she's fine with the hot snakes. She's fine with us having them. Once the children are old enough to understand, this snake bites you, it's ouch and a Band-Aid. This snake bites you, it's a trip to the hospital.
Yeah.
But
yeah, well, and it's also about proper enclosure too. You always want to make sure you have a way to lock those enclosures to where no one but you can get into them.
Well, it's just like the boa's enclosure that's being done right now has its front sliding glass.
Yeah,
and it has a lock on the front sliding glass, and you can also remove the top. It's one of the, I forget what they call them, but it's basically like one of the Reptizoo drop downs, where you can pull the rods and pull the glass and everything collapses into this little pancake.
Yeah. Yep.
But knockdowns, that's what they call them, the knockdown terrariums. But yeah, we're going to do one of those, and then we're custom installing an Inkbird in it so that individual terrarium has its own thermostat. Because yes, I would, as much as I would love to have, because we only have 2 display animals that aren't in tubs, and that's the boa, and actually now we actually just moved the corn snake into a tub. Because he's getting to that point where he's getting adventurous and he's starting to lift the top of his tank.
Yep.
He can't get out, but you can see the thing sitting there jittering, and it's like, all right, yep, it's tub time for you. But we have one of our first ever female ball python. Actually, we're going to breed her. She's one of our dankers. We're going to breed her, and then once one of her males are old enough, we'll back breed. Because there's something special going on there. Undeniable. She does not look like any normal I've ever seen in my life.
I mean, there's a good chance with how many genes there are out there. There's always something that can be sitting in the background.
I think we're like 390 something base morphs right now.
Yeah.
I mean, it's getting insane. I mean, I remember reading back, it was way before my time.
I mean, we're well over 390. I mean, we're in.
Well, I'm talking just base genetics.
Oh, just single genetics. Gene?
Yeah. Yeah, there's like 390 base morphs right now.
Yeah, I don't remember last time I looked at just single gene, but I know in like all of the different combos and stuff, there's 100,000 different combinations.
Oh yeah, and the possibility for pairing, it literally changes every season. The number goes up every season.
There's new genes found every season, and
you got world's first hitting. Everybody's hitting world's first right now. I mean, I got the world's first. Freaking 8 genes later, you're sitting there going, okay, how can you guarantee that all of that?
Yep. And that's where I'm at with that female that I got from Tyler. She come to me as a queen bee super stripe.
I definitely see the spider influence in some of the babies. Well, in one of the babies in particular. Yeah. But there's definitely Pinstripe in there as well. So, I mean, I would see Queen Spin maybe.
Well, it would have to be like Queen Spin Pastel Super Stripe.
I'd buy that. I would buy that. Just looking at her, I would absolutely, and looking at her clutch, I would absolutely buy it.
Yeah. So, but
Because
the thing
she
is,
doesn't have a super strong apparent spider gene. Like, it's not super visible, but you do catch hints of it.
yeah, but she for sure you can see the spider, or not the spider, the
Well, the
you can
pinstripe
see
is
hints of the spider, but the pinstripe is
the
obvious.
pinstripe is so blaringly obvious on there. I mean, and you know, and like we're not working anything super gene packed right now, other than that one gravel bee to pastel yellow belly. I mean, that's what total of 5 genes. I mean,
Yeah.
if we hit an all gene animal, it is a 5 gene animal. And then you can still take it to the next level by hitting the super in there as well. So,
Yeah.
which if I hit a super pastel, even just a super pastel highway, I mean, and then next year we're going to be doing a Enchi asphalt to a hidden gene Woma yellow belly, or pastel hidden gene Woma yellow belly.
That'd be a pretty sick theory.
Oh yeah, yeah. I mean, just even if you just hit the Mardi Gras, the Enchi freeways, what they
Yeah.
call the Mardi Gras, that is a badass snake, dude. It's like that slate gray with the almost, it almost looks like a Mojave GHI, or GHI Mojave rather. Like it's a slate gray with the yellow lines. I think Earl actually had one at one point.
I don't know. I haven't seen all of his snakes. I've seen a lot of them, but it's hard to go through all of them.
His collection is just
You say
awe-inspiring.
slate gray though. That's kind of well. You said he's deep in shed, didn't you? Damn. I've got a male that is slate gray, and it's what are his genes? Pastel, black pastel.
So
or
he's black
pas-
pewter.
super pastel, black pastel, fire yellow belly.
Oh, good God. And that's a male?
Yeah.
Could you be interested in doing a breeder swap?
Well, here I'll grab him. He's deep in
we'll
shed.
do it.
Just
We'll do
keep that
it.
in
We'll do a
mind, but
collab
Let me
on
grab
that
him.
one. So I got a ton of yellow belly females coming up. I guess it's not really a slate gray. I was wrong on that. I don't know what I was thinking of. Maybe I was thinking of the GHI Mojave, but this is a Mardi Gras right here.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So this male here. Look at that male.
Oh. So basically, it's a black pewter yellow belly with the super.
Yeah, gorgeous snake though.
Wow.
And that's in shed. He comes out, his gray is it's a lot lighter of a gray when he's not in shed.
You know,
But you can see that black pastel.
there's somebody that I definitely think we should have on here at some point if he's got time. Mojo Montoya, Pagan Balls.
Yeah.
He got with me a couple weeks back. Very, very new to the breeding family. He sent me a list of everything he's got, and dude, with the right pairings, he is going to be a force. I mean, he has got some incredible animals. Dude, he's got a bumble belly I mean,
A bumble belly.
a bumble belly. Yeah, he's got
Sorry for my camera position at the moment.
oh, you're good, man. Another one that I'm very excited to see what comes out of it is he's got double het lab G stripes.
They're on their last little bit of time.
Woo! How many days?
Babe. Ooh, I dripped a little bit of water on it. They're starting to produce a good bit of water in this. About a week and a half left on them.
Oh wow, yeah. My one egg I had in the incubator, I lost. So this is not going to be a season for me.
And then I've got
I
that
don't,
one.
unless my other five girls lay, I won't have a season this year.
These two here had spots on them that were clearing up, and we ended up having to put glue over them. Which I actually have to add a little bit of water to this one anyway, so it's a good thing I pulled it out.
Well, like I was saying, this is the 2021 season is probably not going to exist for Royal by Design this year.
Why is that?
Unless, like I said, I palpated all of my girls. They all appear to be gravid. They all palpate as gravid. But judging off of my first clutch, 1 egg, 7 slugs. And then they were all paired the same amount of time, just because we had life flip upside down through the whole thing. So, I'm not expecting a real banger season this year, but, even if we produce one baby, I'm good with it. Even if we don't, I'll just try again next year.
Yeah.
It just
how it
that's
is.
the only hard part about it is I'm already starting to get the messages and stuff like that of, hey man, you created such badass snakes last year. You got anything available? No, I don't.
Well, you said you palpated.
I mean, they're all apparent gravid. So I mean, they're definitely something in there, but the swell and everything like that you would expect for fertile eggs is not there. So I have a very sneaky suspicion that we're going to slug this season. If we don't, awesome, that's even better. If we do, we do. It happens. Life came first. Family came first. I had to do what I had to do.
Yeah, you were prepared for it,
Yep. I mean, I went into this breeding season with a lot of stuff on my plate already, knowing full well that I wasn't going to be able to give it the attention that I needed to.
Yeah.
But I figured I could at least try. So we did, and then everything hit from the freeze to the freeze to me being laid off for a short period of time to just it was like one thing after another, and I mean, all manageable things, but everything took forefront to breeding. So breeding kind of got backburnered and kind of stayed backburner. And then I started getting ovulations, and it's like, okay, well, obviously my season's done. So, like I said, if we slug, we slug. If we pull one egg out of each clutch, I'm happy. I mean, one way or another, we'll just hit it hard next year. And next year I've got right now I've got 6 girls in the breeding rotation. Next year I'll have 10 or 11.
I've got one. Oh, damn. I got to count. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
What's going on, Daniel?
I've got 12 girls in breeding rotation this year, I believe. 11 or 12.
See, next year, 2023 season, that is going to be the killer for me because of my 30 total animals, 21 of them are female.
Yeah.
And the fall season of 2023, all of them should be at age and weight.
Okay.
So I will have 21 females in rotation at that point. And I have killer animals, killer males to go with all of them. And we've got, like I said, we've got some stuff that we haven't posted pictures of the snakes.
Yeah.
We're not really talking about them. As a little sneak preview, though, we're trying to do a super fire clown. Only visible, apparent on under blacklight, but still.
Yeah.
But
I mean, we're going for the what is it? Visual clown, visual ghost, super inchy butter.
Whew.
So, and that's that. If I do this the right way, it's going to be about a 2-year project for me.
Yeah, my longest
project, maybe.
The longest project I've got running right now is going to take me a total of 9 years to get where I want to be with it.
Yeah, I mean, I've got a few projects going. I mean, we're hitting clown pretty heavy. We're going to start hitting ghost pretty good with, super inchy butter visual ghost. We'll probably have some super inchy butter visual clowns.
If you don't mind me asking, what kind of ghost? I mean, are you working what line of ghost are you working with?
Just ghost.
Just hypo?
Yeah, hypo.
Okay.
Not ghost. I don't.
I do. I see so many and that's one of the reasons. Honestly, I stay away from ghosts is just because there's so much to it. I mean, you got this type of ghost is compatible with this type of ghost, but it's not compatible with that type of ghost. And these two you definitely can't put together.
Do what? Yeah. Now, Ghost doesn't have that.
It does. I know,
there's Desert Ghost,
Green Ghost
and there's Desert Ghost, and then there's Ghost / Hypo, and that's it for Ghost. There's not multiple lines.
Orange Ghost. There's Orange Ghost, Green Ghost.
I mean, that's just Ghost mixed with Orange Pastel, Green Pastel. It's not.
Yeah, see, I don't know. Like I said, I haven't done a whole lot of research on the Ghost.
Xanthic now. Xanthic. See, Xanthic may be the one that you're talking about because Xanthic. You have TKY Xanthic, you have standard Xanthic, you have 4 or 5 other different lines of Xanthic, and none
DPI,
of them,
TSK.
yeah,
I
and none
mean,
of them can breed with each other.
yeah, they're
all
not compatible.
specific to that line.
Yeah, but Ghost it's not something like I have a black pewter female that's het Desert Ghost.
Yeah, well, I don't mess with Desert Ghost.
I won't do anything with it.
Let's see, I've got a.
I will never breed her out for Ghost.
Yeah, she's down over here. Far bottom drawer.
You and your Mojaves, Daniel. My brother-in-law Daniel is obsessed with Mojaves.
So you say you won't mess with Ghost.
Yep. It's just not in my breeding docket right now. I mean, maybe someday down the road. It's just right now, it's not any of my projects. Oh, don't get me wrong. I think they're beautiful. It just, like I said, it's not something that I want to delve into at this point.
Yeah. Get in a ball, please, and just sit still for a minute.
Because like we were considering pushing on some of the alleles and stuff like that, and then it's just like I'm not a huge, it's just like alleles are cool, they're great, they're awesome, but like the Candino or Toffino, whatever you want to call it.
Your yellow belly is an allele.
Oh yeah. But that's about the only one we're really messing with.
Yeah, because you have your bells. You have your black-eyed leucistics or super fires.
Yeah. Which technically super fire isn't really an allele. It's just a super.
Well, it has a few different genes that can produce the black-eyed leucistic.
Yeah, but your main one is going to be your super fire.
Yeah, but it does still have an allele complex, even though the main mix is the super fire. There's, I believe, it's 3 or 4 different genes that can mix to create the black-eyed leucistic.
Yeah, but I just like for us right now, we're not the only I guess I won't say we're not planning on working with any alleles, but the only one we're really focusing on right now is the yellow belly complex.
Yeah.
Like mainly the only thing we're really focusing on the yellow belly complex is the highways and freeways. So it just we made a run at the Candino just because we both thought they were really pretty, thought they were really cool, and it was just kind of one of those. We produced one, and it was just one of those. That was fun. Not something we're gonna do again. So
yeah, see, and I don't mind working with alleles. It allows me to have a bigger variety of breeding males versus just one style, and I can still produce my bells out of my specific females.
yeah,
And go for other stuff with the other allelic genes.
beautiful animal though. I mean,
Yeah,
I will openly admit that I do love what Ghost does to almost any genetic, but it's just not something that's in our breeding plane right now.
Yeah, and she's a butter inchy ghost. So I have my butter inchy visual ghost, and I have my butter inchy visual clown female. What I'm going to try to do is get an inchy visual ghost male paired to
Dragonfly?
Huh?
I'm trying to remember what the dragonfly is. My brother-in-law just said either Mojave or dragonfly.
Dragonfly ball python.
According to Mark Petros Reptiles, dragonfly ball python, the dragonfly, first produced in 2010, is an extremely vibrant triple morph. It is made by combining pinstripe
Fire
dye
pin
and pastel.
pastel.
Okay. That would be really fucking pretty.
Yeah, it is. I don't know how well my
Actually,
phone.
on that, Morph Mixology just produced one this year. Or last year. As soon as I saw it, I realized that, yeah, he produced one last year. He pulled it out of the same clutch he got his Super Fires.
See if my cam will do this. See if it's good quality enough cam. Probably not. Oh yeah, nope. That's just a white light.
Yeah, I've got it pulled up right here. Dragonfly.
Yeah.
They are really pretty. It almost looks like a it's essentially just a lemon blast with fire.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which I think I've showed you my Mystic Lemon Blast. I've got
See,
plans for her.
Daniel would probably like my banana pastavi.
Probably.
Would you like to see the banana
and honestly,
pastavi, Daniel?
There is one other allele that we're planning on working with, which actually I don't even know if it's really an allele. I don't really know what to classify it as because, like I said, it's not really an area I've focused on. But
Yeah.
the Mystic to Mojave pairing.
Well, yes, that's directly in the allele for Bell, I'm pretty sure. No. Oh, wait, my phone's right here. I've got the allele list on here.
He said he's seen one in person, and if he had 350 to drop on it, he would have it already.
All
Oh,
right.
Daniel, now that you're here, you can actually see the new shirts. Oh, stand up here. Don't mind my maximum effort Deadpool pants. Those are the new Royal by Design shirts.
So your yellow belly is going to be your Spectre, Spark, Gravel, Asphalt, Flare, Fire, Black Pastel, Black-Eyed Lucy Complex is Lucifer, Sulfur, Disco, Vanilla, Thunder, Coffee, Flame, Ember, Mocha, and Fire will all produce your Black Pastel. Or your blue-eyed, black-eyed Leucistic.
Gotta love the 10 o'clock at night phone calls, huh?
Yeah. And then your blue-eyed Leucistics is Lesser, Butter, Mojave, Mocha, Phantom, Mystic, Russo, Het Leucistic, and Special.
Yeah, he's I remember exactly what it was that we were going for with that pairing. But I think it was like a Mystic, I want to say like Mystic Potion or something like that.
Hello? Hello? Yeah, I can hear you. What do you mean a random occurrence of things?
Yeah, this is what we're going for with the Mystic Mojave pairing. Which
Yeah,
is
I
just
would
a
try to-
Mystic Mojave.
I would try to find it not on World of Ball Pythons. Their pictures are typically do not line up with.
Well, I mean, it's just a
actual
Mystic Potion.
genealogy.
I mean, anybody who's ever seen a Mystic Potion knows what a Mystic Potion looks like. Oh, absolutely, Daniel. I can guarantee you that.
Okay. How far out are you?
But James, I'm gonna go ahead and hop off here. I gotta get up early in the morning for work, so
Okay.
it has been a blast.
Yep.
But,
Yeah, I've got to go anyways. My buddy just called me and said that they had a random occurrence. Someone stopped by his wife's house and yelled that, you know, they were going to hurt them and their family, and she's there by herself. So I've got to go over there.
All right, you get going. I will talk to you later.
All right, bud. Take it easy.
All right. Later, bro.